Greetings and salutations to you people of the interwebs. So we're in that final leg before TFnation begins, and I figured I'd use this time to answer 3 questions from Rudy. He's set 3 new questions to get us tantalized and excited going to this event. So question number 1, like a surprise. These are on the top of my head. I've not written them down. So, is there any kind of surprise purchase, a beloved purchase that was made maybe on a whim at a convention? And to my answer to that is Beast Machines Silverbolt. Now, this is a figure that I picked up from the good people at Toy Fu, and I had fully expectations, fully horror stories of this figure being awful, of being rubbish, of being one of the worst Transformers ever committed to plastic. That's the stories I've heard about that. Why did I purchase it? Because I had heard that this was the worst Transformers figure ever committed to plastic. But you know what? I got to have a play around with it. I got to mess about, got to transform it back and forth. And yeah, it's bad, but it's also good in a way. I could get this figure to do a Karate Kid stance. I could get, there's just so many just weird design decisions about it that I actually kind of enjoyed it for what it was, and I had very low expectations of the figure, and it met every single one of them. So yeah, is there anything attending a convention that has kind of changed your opinion on things, has made you think and do something differently because of what you've seen at a convention? And for me, that is third-party figures. I mean, when I went to my first, the second, technically, TFnation full weekend, I'd never owned any third-party figures. I had a third-party upgrade kit for the Generations Cup to give him the Saigar face from iGear. I've had that, but as opposed to getting a full figure or anything like that, no, I've never really done anything like that. But actually getting to be at a convention and see a panel about them, with various people who actually design the figures, to actually be able to see them physically, maybe even play with some of them in hand, really kind of, because I thought I was at a stage and I just felt, because they are expensive, I just thought they were just, made to be the same quality as, the Hasbro and Takara figures. And it's that realization of just how good quality they can be that really kind of changed the way and what I collect in Transformers. So, yeah, quite a big one, really. Is the question number 3, is there anything you'd do differently now, or you wish you'd done, or any kind of change in how you'd approach conventions? So point A to that, I'd say I wish I hadn't bought a suitcase full of spirits to my first TFnation, because I'd managed to get through a couple of strong vodka and cokes before the dealer room even opened on the Saturday. That TFnation, it was a bit of a disaster. I was full on monkey drunk throughout the entirety of it. So, and as such, I had a great time, but it's still a bit of a blur. I could have had a better time if I was mostly sober through it. And we all have our demons. I fight mine mostly now. B, point B, I'd say, having watching Zort Rider's very good video about buying toys at conventions and ultimately where they end up, and kind of, you know, focusing of collections and focuses on buying. I mean, I am very much a spontaneous buyer. I don't really go for lists and stuff like that. So I've ended up with a lot of stuff that's just ended up in boxes. Or there's actually there's a couple of figures that are still on my coffee table from last the last TFnation. They're just still on the coffee table. I've not even moved them off the. There's actually a table there somewhere, but you know, that you put cups of coffee on, presumably. But now there's still a few Transformers that just haven't moved for an entire year. So I think really getting into that is I'm going to be more focused this year. Quite looking forward to just having a chill out at some point in the convention, get a bottle of wine, buy a steak, and just, you know, maybe on the Sunday when it's all finished, while we're, you know, getting that bit of a buzz. If I hopefully have enough, well, we'll have enough money left over. I'll make sure of it to have a steak and a bottle of wine. Just have a relax, rather than, you know, pick up a few more figures than a few less figures than I normally would do, and just enjoy the entertainment more than going around randomly buying stuff that will ultimately just collect dust. Because I mean, things are getting full now. I'm running out of space, and yeah, I could move some stuff around, put some stuff in storage, put other stuff on display, but I kind of like where my stuff is at the moment. So really, and it is getting to the stage now to, if I get more stuff and I have to take other stuff down and put it away. So I'm not particularly, there's nothing really at the moment that I'm particularly looking for other than the that server core from Fran's project. But other than that, you know, so I want to try and not go mental in the dealer room. Famous last words. Well, anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it's been insightful for you. Thanks for asking those questions, Rudy. And another note, yeah, it's closely upon us. Seeing that Zort Rider and Soundwave SG1 have got a panel, a small YouTuber panel going on. Fucking rock on, guys. Absolutely amazing. That is, you know, you guys are going to do a belter. I believe that. Hopefully, you know, I should, in theory, be able to be there on time under my current travel plans, you know, with trains and all that type of stuff. But, you know, trains, not the most reliable things, so, and, you know, it's going to be rush, get registered, get in that panel room. But yeah, hopefully I'll be there. But you guys are going to do a blinder, and if you guys watching this are aware of this, panel room, 1 o'clock, Attack of the Small YouTubers, Soundwave SG1, Zort Rider. They're going to lay down some truths for you and have a competition. So if you're around, get in that panel room and give them some support. So until then, be excellent to each other, party on, dudes, and because you deserve it, let's do the bump, shall we? Fisto! Fisto!